Hi, it's Yasmin Chowdhury. I'm the Chief Executive of Lovedesh, and Lovedesh is the world's first ethically sourced luxury brand on a mission to protect people and planet. We are a not-for-profit. We are a British mother and daughter design duo. We created this after exploring the root causes of poverty, especially in our heritage country of Bangladesh, as well as, of course, the UK, where I was born and bred. But first, Lovedesh. It's a beauty range that I want to talk about that we are launching. So exciting. And it's a story time with a purpose by me, the chief executive. As a young girl, I was fascinated and obsessed with lipsticks. I would watch my mother's odd few lipsticks and I would keep twisting and turning. I was fascinated by red. And I, as a little girl growing up above a curry house in London, promised myself that when I grew up, I would actually have every single colour ever made in the world and have it in my collection. I would watch posters and magazines and television and imagine and fantasize me as an older woman putting on lipstick. And I recall how I once found a lipstick that my mother had squirreled away in her cupboard and opened it and then smeared it all across my face and dug my nails in because I loved touching lipsticks, looking at it, watching it, twisting it. And of course, I got a bit of a thrashing because all the red colour was under my fingertips. And you can buy my beauty book, which talks about this and my journey in beauty from Amazon. It's called The Pure Age of Beauty. And you can find that because I'm 51 years old today. But the thing is, I started to look at the history of makeup. And growing up in the 70s, blue eyeshadow, popularized by Agnetia in ABBA, the super Swedish band, I was obsessed. I wanted a blue eyeshadow. And you'll see there that glittery, shimmery blue eyeshadows are often using a product today in the 21st century called mica. But I'll come on to that and why and how the pursuit of beauty is also killing people and planet. Because those of you who know my mission, I'm very, very passionate about making sure that everything that we do at Lovedesh, be it fashion, food, travel, beauty, skincare, anything we do is as ethically sourced as possible. But first, let's look at how hashtag that we created, I Remember 1136, is involved in the creation of this beauty skincare range that Lovedesh is launching. And before I unveil the logo, 1136, there's a silhouette figure, and I want to talk about a young girl called Shameli. Shameli was a garment worker. She was 12, 13, and in 2013, 24th of April, the Rana Plaza factory collapsed, in which over 5,000 workers, mostly working mothers, women, and men, but many children were working. And as it collapsed, there were 5,000 working like ants, crammed. Due to health and safety, the building collapsed because it was utterly unsafe. And in doing so, it killed 1,136. That number, 1136, is very key to everything Lovedesh does, be it the pricing, be it the volumes, be it any number we ever have to use. We will go back to 1136 because we want our clients who we help to look good, feel good, deliver good. Remember that whenever fashion, beauty, or any production is involved, as an ethical brand, we are reminding people there is a cost, and that cost is done by humans working in modern day slavery conditions in sweatshops, as well as a cost to the resources to the planet. But the 1136 is the number of people who died. And Shameli, a 12-year-old girl, has inspired us, and I'm very proudly to say, to launch Shameli Organics. And when I designed and created this as a chief executive and founder, I knew that these are the values. I wanted it handcrafted, organic, vegan. There can be no animal cruelty, and everything we do at Shameli Organics by Lovedesh has to be kinder for people and the planet. And I'm so proud to share that another twist to this story is to see the future of beauty skincare through the eyes of children, because we believe that children are the ones demanding a change. We want to see a future where children are at the heart of the Lovedesh Shameli range. After all, it was inspired by a young girl who died. And by the way, her body has to this day never been found. But when we think about children, and I spoke to a few children, I know they were straight away saying, Yasmin, it's got to be vegan, it's got to be kind, it's got to be handmade, it's got to have as less plastic as possible, and definitely no palm oil. We'll talk about palm oil in a bit and how the extraction of palm oil and its use in beauty and elsewhere is actually killing people and planet. But first, let's look at Rana Plaza again. Rana Plaza, as I said, was a factory that collapsed in 2013. Can you see the crane and can you see the thousands of people gathered on that day, 24th of April, and the next few days as they began to drag bodies out of the rubble? Somewhere in there would have been Shameli's body. And so now, because Rana Plaza is inspiring us and the tragedy and children and the death of a garment worker called Shameli, I now want to talk about and fast forward into the 21st century and talk about how all the profits from our Shameli Lovedesh Organics range will go to combat some of the projects that we are building to combat issues that involve children. So first of all, in the 21st century, the mining of mica. Mica is a natural mineral stone, and it is mostly used in sparkly, shimmering eyeshadows, lip gloss, BB creams. All kinds of beauty products are using this natural resource called mica. But the issue is mica is found deep underground, and it is often in very tiny crevices, and children, very young children in India, are currently burrowing like ants into mines to go in dangerous, precarious situations, extract mica, which is then used by beauty brands to then create a range of products. And we want to combat this. We want to support the children, but sadly, the mining of mica, as I said, involves child labor. Do you think that's okay? I don't think so. And a reminder, if you purchase Shameli, Lovedesh Shameli Organics, we are using all our surplus profits to fight child labor, to give support to the children currently in India mining for mica, because we will develop with your profits and the help a range of makeup products that will not involve mica. We will also give support to try and move the children away from mining for mica, because mica can actually be made in laboratories, okay, using science. But profits also go to look after other children that we think Shameli today, if she was alive, would absolutely support. From orphans all around the world, millions of children are at risk because the adult who should have been there to raise them is now dead, missing, or for a number of reasons due to addiction is not able to be alive to look after children. We count orphans as those who have one or more, one or both adult parents who have died. So orphans. We also want to talk about war kids. Around the world currently there are many millions of children incarcerated in prison camps because they are refugees. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands due to immigration policies. Do you think that's right? We don't believe that during Christmas or Eid or any other special festival, be they Hindu or, for example, the Rohingyas who are Muslim, or for many Middle Eastern children who have fled the war, the bombing in Syria, be it Ukraine, anywhere in the world, no child should be incarcerated, and especially spending Christmas, Eid, or any of their religious or special festivals incarcerated. We want to give them presents, we want to support them, and we want to support literacy programs. We also want to use our surplus profits from Lovedesh Shameli Organics to support street kids. Every year in UK, 100,000 children go missing. Every year in USA, 500,000. Where are these children? What is happening? Why are they missing? We need to start funding charities that are on a mission to rescue and rehabilitate and help missing children. Street kids are one of the most overlooked, especially across the global south in Africa, where often they are trafficked, and of course abused children around the world who have parents or carers or are in institutions, be it orphanages or social care, who are neglected, abused, are often also kidnapped, hurt, punched, beaten. we want to use profits to help the kids, especially again in vulnerable communities. And of course, I want to talk about disabled children. To this day, disability or disabled children remain stigmatized while they're getting some help in the UK, USA, and Europe. Unfortunately, disabled children across Africa, across Asia, especially Southeast Asia, I know of in Bangladesh. I grew up with a cousin who was hidden away and was bedridden, and we would never see her. And it was all done in hushed tones. We also know that the, sadly, British royal family also suffered the same in not being able to be open about cousins who were squirreled away and hidden because they were disabled or had learning difficulties. Lovedesh, Shameli Organics, beauty and skincare and wellbeing range, because it's been inspired by a child, Shameli, will also help disabled children, in particular preference to those in vulnerable communities or stigmatized communities where disability is often seen as bad luck or a curse or a punishment from God. But we know that we need to educate people that disabled children should be loved, cherished, and even more so helped. And of course, we want to talk about why we are only doing pre-orders. We don't believe in taking money as a loan to then continue being complicit in corrupt banking practices that aren't designed to look after people and planet. We prefer to do things very ethically, based on ethical financial principles. And in doing so, we don't take investment, we don't take donations, we don't sell any of our equity for investment partners, and we are not purely profit-led at all. Okay? Those are the 4 principles upon which any product or any range or any business that Lovedesh does is at the core. In doing so, we have, and I have, put a huge target on my back. It makes life very difficult because I'm ethically financing. We do not pay for products, then try and sell them and have waste products. Every single thing we do is pre-order only, okay? Whenever we create ranges that are ethically sourced, we also don't want to contribute to landfills because many actually throw away products that don't get sold. So please understand, every product in the Shameli Lovedesh Organics range has to be pre-ordered by our customers, because by pre-ordering, we are protecting people and planet. And therefore, we're asking you to also understand, many people want to offer us donations. We say no, because people are willing to give money to get some of the results that we are already achieving get done, because they're saying we don't want anything. Well, guess what? We want you to have something. And that's why, worst case, although there is always a risk with anything, we do everything we can to make this product happen. And so we're saying to our customers, please pre-order, wait for it to be done, because in doing so, while we create the products, we are looking at solving biggest problems in society today by creating solutions. And a reminder, Lovedesh Shameli Organics is a solution to some of the biggest problems surrounding children today. Child labor, sweatshops, street kids, incarcerated kids, disabled kids, orphaned kids, kids at risk. We deliver solutions with every product sold. And a reminder of the story of who I am and who helped me to be the woman I am today. I would like to present to you AMC, my father. I'm so proud of him. On the left, here he is as a dapper gentleman arriving into the UK, and the 50s gentleman that he is, all brill crimmed up. He looks absolutely stunning, and he has the chowdhury nose, and he would always say that this is the nose that his children, some of his children, inherited, including me. But my father was very handsome, very bright, left school, but he grew up as an orphan, and by orphan his father died. And like many Muslims who actually practice Islam, my father in the end, in his 30s, 40s, quickly became a very devout Muslim man. He would do so much to help people, and he got me educated, and he always told me in his brilliant English but heavily accented, Yasmin, my nickname was Happy, because I would always smile as a baby. And he would say, Happy, Baba, I have taught you education. I have told you again and again, you are being educated, not just to be a wife, a mother, daughter. You must help people. he would always bang on saying that the education and the privilege of a British passport meant we had to give back. And he spent his life helping others. And here's a heartbreaking story time about my father. My father to this day is mocked, laughed at, because my community, who was very backward, I grew up in a strict cult Orthodox Muslim sect. They claim that they are Muslims, but unfortunately, much of the Islam they practice bears no resemblance to actual Islam. And my poor father, who was extremely devout, was misled, led astray by so many Muslims in his community. And my father would often try and help others less fortunate, disadvantaged. He was really into female empowerment, and he often would rescue women in domestic violence situations. And I'll never forget how he once rescued a woman, and some of the members in community started mocking and laughing and saying that he wanted her as a second wife. And I caught him crying his eyes out and crying and saying, why do people do this? It's so sickening. And he would be often found on his prayer mat crying and sobbing, because also he couldn't get his children to understand his passion for philanthropy. Well, AMC, Al-Hajj Abdul Mukit Chowdhury are his initials. I set up a foundation called Amkariza Foundation, which is currently just lying dormant, but has been in operation since 2008. And we raise donations for charity through that, zakat. And my father is the biggest inspiration, because he left behind a school for girls in Bangladesh. He educated and empowered me. And out of all my sisters, when it came to try and get me married off, he would often smile and laugh and point to her and say, this one is trouble. I'm not sure I will ever get her married off. Because as a young girl, I would always say, Daddy, I'm never going to leave your house. Because in my community, they believe when a woman gets married, she's transferred from being a daughter to a wife. And when I was told that, I would cry and I would cling to my father and I'd say, I'm never going to leave you. And true to my word, I never did, because I remain a bachelorette. And I'm sorry for this long story, but I want you to know part of Shameli Organics is also to seek vengeance and to restore my father's reputation, because when he died in 2004, leaving behind £1 million in assets, not much has been done to be philanthropic. And that's another battle I'm fighting with my own family. But my father is someone who I hope you will all celebrate. And when you buy Shameli Organics, you will find that there will be a little booklet or leaflet, I don't know yet, about my father and his passion to make sure that women are empowered, and how he would always tell me about the beauty regime. And part of it is adopted from his own mother, which is very simple, very natural, and just bring out the best in a woman. Because actually, I love makeup, but my father also would watch his mother, who was widowed, and he would always say that she wore and had lovely smelling oil that he, as sons, because many of him and his brothers had to start working, and they would buy their mother beautiful hair oils and skin oils. And in doing so, of course, I grew up. And here I am as a child. On the left, I am a very young girl. I had dark skin, I had problems with beauty, but can you see on the right-hand side, that was taken, a photograph in 2013 when I was 43. I soon learnt how, because when I was a young girl, I didn't know how to be a swan, how to turn and transform myself from an ugly duckling. I was always lambasted and laughed and mocked and jibed for my dark skin. I was the darkest girl out of my whole family. And they would forever say, oh, she is pretty. She's got pretty features, but such a shame. How are you going to get her married off? Will she get any suitors for her? But today I remain a bachelorette, and I want to bring my concept of beauty, because today I'm 51 years old. I know how to help more women and men and gays and theys, whoever it's for, because our beauty range is embracing of all, regardless of your gender and creed, because we want you to be your best beautiful self with all our scars and pimples. And I want to talk about how people, that's right, you, every single one of you, by buying the Shameli Lovedesh Organics range, you are poised to change the future and fortunes of people and planet who are disadvantaged, because we have a responsibility to help the planet. This planet is so beautiful. It's been nourishing and cherishing us and all its resources and all the people and the millions. We have about, what, several billion in this world, but this planet needs to be protected, and Shameli Organics beauty range is going to do just that, because we also believe in being profitable at Lovedesh. We are a not-for-profit. Now let me explain what that means. Not-for-profit means we use our profits not for ourselves. So many beauty brands, many social media entrepreneurs, billionaires, they create businesses, and then the surplus they keep and use for their own private needs. That's how they get penthouses, they get fancy yachts, etc. At Lovedesh, every single penny of profit is poured back into projects that will be created to deliver good. So we want to be profitable. Does that make sense why Lovedesh products are expensive? Because what we don't want to do is actually create waste. We want our customers to understand that when they buy a product, they're saying to themselves, I got something. And in doing so, Lovedesh also got a profit, and they then use that profit and have injected it into a charitable cause. So it's a double whammy. But the triple whammy is this: it's also ethically sourced. And that's why we know by being profitable is the way forward to make change, because we don't want donations. We don't want your donations. Why should you give your money freely that you've earned with sweat, blood, toil, and tears, and then get us to deliver good? Why not change it? So I want you to remember that Lovedesh is like having Gucci and Oxfam having a baby, and that would be Lovedesh. Okay, we actually are a luxury brand, but we are a luxury brand that delivers good. So let's look back again at the products that we are introducing, and I'm so pleased to introduce to you, okay, Shameli Organics. Now let's take a closer look at the logo. Shameli would have been 12, 13, and the logo was fully created by me to include nature, the butterflies, the crown, because we want you to have a beauty brand that is majestic, fit for a queen or a king, an emperor or an empress. But if you look, there's lines, and I think that Shameli, that logo that I created, embodies the woman that she never got to be as an older woman. But we also want to embrace women who have lines, and remember that growing old with all our pimples, all our lines, all our embellishments, as we grow older, is a beautiful thing. So welcome to Shameli Organics, and here we have the Kickstarter preview sample beauty hamper bundle. It costs £163.36. We will sell limited edition 1,136 maximum units, and in doing so, we will raise £185,000, £185,076.96, and in it are little sample previews. Now, we don't know what the size is. We expect it to be anything from 5 milliliter to 10 milliliter, but it will be cleanser, muslin cloth, moisturizing cream, lip butter, and a daily facial oil. For the body, we've got a body scrub, deodorant, body butter, and for the beauty, we're going to have a coral lipstick, nail polish, eyeliner, perfume oil. And here's the twist: you get to get your hands on it first. You will then, as clients, vote for which product needs to become full-sized and we launch, and you will always be the ones who will be recognized as the ones kickstarting this Shameli Organics range. So remember, the £163.36 allows you the opportunity to preview our samples, to be involved in choosing which brands you think, which products should be launched. So there'll be 1136 of you. You will also be recognized and get a certificate that you helped to establish the Shameli Organics. And in doing so, you will get your hands in trying and testing preview samples, because it's ethically sourced, it'll be vegan, it'll be handcrafted, and we want you to have the opportunity to get involved in helping us establish this. And mindfully, we do deliver. Lovedesh delivers. Look at me. Here I am in a photograph with other children that my father set up that school, do you remember, in Bangladesh? And the principal of that school is brilliant. Although they are Islamic, we found this school, and the principal is very clear and all about female empowerment. And I am about to release a clip where he says, we didn't just educate you to be in the kitchen. We need you to get out there and actually make change. All these children I support, mentor. We have actually run a quiz. We've actually run an essay competition, and I've taken them out for the day. These are the kind of projects that Shameli Organics will soon be financing through Amcariza Foundation. Okay, but this is me on a day, and as you can see, the smiles and happiness. It's really important for a woman like me to keep going back to Bangladesh and helping young women wherever they are, be it in the UK or Bangladesh, to say, use your mind, your body, your spirit to make a change and be the future leaders. Because we do believe that Shameli Organics Lovedesh is a beauty brand inspired by kids for kids. And I chose this stock photography because I'm looking at this young boy. He's in a suit. And remember, these are our future leaders. We as adults need to be the change they want to see. And so by reminding you all that Shameli Lovedesh Organics is a brand, the world's first luxury brand, and a beauty and skincare brand that will be created specifically to deliver change for kids. And in doing so, help other kids, because we need to protect the future of the world. The current planet is in crisis. Millions of children are at risk. Millions of our resources. Climate change is going to make a very difficult future for them. But by protecting our planet, we are able to make change. And here, of course, is some of the examples of the artwork. I'm not saying we're going to do this, but we have an idea for another project that our profits will fund. We want to encourage children to get involved in the designing of a makeup brand, a sub-brand under Shameli that will be targeting children. And these will just be lip balms. We don't believe in having lipsticks or over-sexualizing children. We just want lip balms to be bought by kids to involve them in the production of lip balms. And here's some of the examples, but these lip balms will form in the future a project where we do, are you ready for this? A Kids for Kids lip balm business collection. Okay, again, we will be looking for 63 kids whose parents are willing to spend £113.36 to raise 6,000, and in doing so they will be invited to a lunch and learn session where together we will choose the lip balms. They will understand the issues around beauty and skincare, and in doing so these children are helping us to protect nature, to stop modern day slavery and sweatshops. And a reminder, we will remind all our clients and all our children involved in the Lovedesh Shameli range that we are all about all the greens. You see that sound? Every time I listen to this sound, I want you to remember that there are beauty products, skincare products that are being created that are releasing harmful toxins into our rivers, our streams and our oceans. But Lovedesh is standing by to protect all the greens. All the greens, be it the vegetables, the trees, the forestry, the swamps, the natural biosphere. So, with no further ado, a reminder. Lovedesh is so proud in unveiling the opportunity for you to order your Kickstarter Shameli Organic Beauty Bundle right now by going to the website at lovedesh.com, clicking on Shop Now, and to remind you that the preview bundle is £163.36. That's it. And that we expect the orders to be delivered by autumn 2022. However, if we sell all 1,136 units, because it is a limited edition product bundle, we expect to start working immediately, and it could be that you could have it in your hands within 6 to 8 weeks. But we will continue to progress and update all our clients, and we want you to know that we are so passionate. Thank you for watching this short film in explaining the detail behind Shameli Organic Beauty Bundle, and that £163.36 is a wonderful gift for this Ramadan, for maybe young fathers, okay, who actually may be gifted it. Whoever you are, for whatever reason, please order Shameli Organic Beauty Bundle now. We want 1,136, and we will, of course, through our social media, keep you updated. And we thank you for watching. And a reminder that all children featured are from stock photography videos. And just thank you for listening to me. And sorry I went on, but please, please buy. Thank you for listening. And we look forward to working with influencers who want to get behind this and want to actually help promote this, please get in touch. But a reminder, we do not pay influencers. We are very ethically minded, and Lovedesh is the world's first ethically sourced luxury retail brand, and also eventually we hope to open a store in central London next to all the luxury brands in Sloane Street or Bond Street. And I'm finally taking it up to 31 minutes, this documentary. A reminder, 1136. And by the way, I forgot to say, 10% of our surplus funds will be given to Shameli and her family to try and find her missing body. Thank you very much.